observing the sun at 2% of full brightness.
2%? Can you show me 4%?
4% would result in irreversible damage to your retinas. However, you could observe 3.1% for a period of not longer than 30 seconds.
Icarus, I'm gonna reset the filter to 3.1%.
It's invigorating. It's like taking a shower in light. You lose yourself in it.
Like a flotation tank.
Actually, no. Psych tests on deep space. I ran a number of sensory deprivation trials, tested total darkness on flotation tanks. And the point about darkness is you float in it. You and the darkness are distinct from each other because darkness is an absence of something. It's a vacuum. But total light envelops you. It becomes you. It's very strange. I recommend it.
Icarus,
Yes, Dr. Searle.
please refilter the observation portal.
Filter up or down, Dr. Searle.
Down. Icarus, how close is this to full brightness?
At this distance of 36 million miles, you are observing the sun at 2% of full brightness.
2%? Can you show me 4%?
4% would result in irreversible damage to your retinas. However, you could observe 3.1% for a period of not longer than 30 seconds.
Icarus, I'm gonna reset the filter to 3.1%.
So this is what I believe of what Moses would have experienced the glory of God. It's just a visualization of what it could be like. I really believe the glory of God is what actually energizes the stars and the sun and everything else around us. The life, it comes from the Lord, and the life has a light inside of it. So when Moses uh, wanted to see the glory of God, uh, according to the scripture, it says, "And God promised, I will remove my hand, and you will see my back, but my face must not be seen." So Moses experienced the presence of God in a very dramatic way that really changed him and strengthened him. And I believe this is a visualization of what he might have experienced back then. And we can have a similar experience with the presence of God to worship by seeking his face. I've done that myself. I've had the presence of the Lord come into me very strongly when I saw his face. And the God wears you like a glove. You know, your hands become his hands. Your your face becomes his face, and you can be that person where the Lord himself is radiating out through you. You are like a chandelier that releases the presence of God, just like the angel out there in the previous video that we have seen, um, where the presence of the God literally radiates out. It's the Spirit of God, and that's the same thing as the shadow of Peter that healed people. It's life and light, and in the presence of life and light, the darkness cannot stand. So this is also the goodness of God, and the glory of God. And we are the carriers of the presence of God. We host that presence. And when the Lord flows through you, and it's accelerating, and it's and Bill Johnson calls it the carrying the presence of God. Brother Lawrence also mentions that as well. So we all as believers do carry the presence of God, and we just have to realize and understand what's going on and cooperate with God, so that this power of God will flow through us to uh, push back darkness, and we can stay in this continuous power and strength at all times by seeking after His face, looking unto Him, staying in worship. For me, the big thing is the worship, and meditating on the Word, listening to messages and from that the Holy Spirit highlights to you, and just constantly focusing on the Lord at all times brings the strength to you, and so that you can be strengthened. Every fiber of your being can be strengthened, and also you can release that presence around you, so that people will experience and be connected to God, and then they themselves, once they see and taste the goodness of God, then they themselves can seek after God, and the Lord, and then they get connected to God, and that's how you make disciples of others. This is what God's shown me, and I believe we all need to take back the things that God's taken, that the Satan has stolen from God and His bride. And this is one of the ways to use the clips that the Lord highlights. This is one of the things that God's given me to do, is to share the clips from movies and other places where you can highlight the truth and share, point it out, so that uh, truth being Jesus, you can point people to Christ. And God's everywhere. He's in us. We live and have our being in Him. So it's just a matter of realization, and that God's out there to help us. He talks to us through other people, through Scripture, through so many different ways, and His voice is like multiple. Many waters. So God has many channels that He can speak to you through, to you, to yourself, and to others as well through you. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And if you all have any questions and comments, and let me know, and I'll try to answer them. You can leave the comments, the feedback in this particular Facebook comments, or the YouTube comments as well. Thank you.